Hello, XMine Legacy here, and today I just wanted to update you guys on the instability issues that were plaguing my computer since I built it last year. It turns out, as I thought, it was an issue with the RX 5700 XT, and it turns out it wasn't the drivers entirely. It wasn't the drivers entirely because I did end up RMAing the card. I wasn't really intending to RMA the card exactly. I was just talking to support, and then all of a sudden I just got a response and they said I had 30 days to send the card to them, and I'm like, well, shit. I may as well send it and get it to them to look at, which it cost me like $40-something to send it out there because you pay for the RMA to them and they'll send it back to you if they don't work on it and crap like that. Ended up having, when I took apart the when I found out I took apart the entire computer, because if I didn't get the card back, or I did get it back and it didn't work, I would need to be buying a new graphics card to begin with. So I just took it apart to build a new one from scratch, which is a good idea for me because the old case was a bit heavy and it made it a lot less portable than I had intended in the first place. So what happened is I took apart the computer when I got the Waterblock off the card, which I intended for the card to have on it so that it would run cooler. I noticed that there was a little bit of condensation. I couldn't find a leak at all in the loop or anything whatsoever, but it still had a little bit of condensation, or a little bit of residue around where the thermal pads were. When I opened it, it looks like the thermal pads that I got from EK pretty much disintegrated on the memory modules, which made no sense to me because they turned into brittle, just flaky. When I was trying to take them off, they just kind of broke apart and were flaky, which I don't know if that's common. From what I could tell, you could reuse those type of things just fine. So what I think is that the memory was getting so hot that it actually melted those pads a little bit somehow, which doesn't make sense to me. But when I did send the card out, I was worried that they were going to send it back to me due to water damage or something. But I honestly never heard from them, and I sent my card to a location in California. And then maybe like a few days after they got it, they sent me a different card entirely. Well, it's the same reference design and everything, but it was a different card, same SKU, different serial number and everything. They sent me that down from Canada. So right away when I saw where it was coming from, I knew it was a new card. And when I got it, it had all the seals and everything on it, same as everything. So whatever it was, they never contacted me after that. After I told them I was sending it to them, they said they'd update me or whatever, and I never heard back from them. I mean, I've had the card in my computer for a few days now and still have not heard from them. So, yeah, I don't know. Whatever, it worked. It works now. I have literally no issues. I've been doing burn-in tests. After I built the computer, I took it to work with me one night, and I had it doing the new Furmark burn-in tests with the CPU and the GPU test running at the same time at like 1440p, and I had it running for a good 12 hours, which that was kind of an accident. I didn't mean to have it running for that long, but thermals leveled out. I had no instability issues, nothing like that. When I rebuilt the computer, I didn't put any of the water cooling parts in because I wasn't sure if that was the issue to begin with before, which it wasn't the issue to begin with because before I ever water cooled it, it was having very similar issues, and I just thought those were heat issues because my last card got a lot hotter than this card does. But, well, I rebuilt it. I'll probably have pictures somewhere, maybe some video clips of it, but I rebuilt the whole computer. I kept the same motherboard, the same CPU, so the Asus ROG Strix X470i gaming motherboard. I threw in the 3700X that I had. I also replaced the water-cooled block with a blacked out, so a Chromix Max Noctua U12S, something else. Oh, that's in there, NH-U12S, whatever. I replaced the memory modules that I had. I had some bare bones, or not bare bones. I had like the cheapest stuff you could really get for a while there. So I had some Vengeance LPX. I had a 16 gig kit with 2400 megahertz. So it wasn't really the fastest Verizon, but I got it back with when I had a 1600, which memory speed didn't matter too badly. I did, but just not nearly as much as I cared about, really. So I replaced that with a 16 gig kit of Trident Z, or G.Skill Trident Z Neo. And that's been good. So 16 gig, 3600 speed. It's 16, 19, 19, 36, 39, something like that. And then I put all of that, including the same power supply, back into a different case, and I decided to go with something more portable, which some of you might not say it's that portable, but it's worked really well for me, and I have the upper body strength to kind of lug it around if I want to. But it's the Lian-Li TU150, which I can put in the link in the description below for that as well. And yeah, I've had no issues with it. It's been pretty nice. I mean, for a while there, before the case came, because everything came before the case came, so, which was weird. It all came super early. But I had, I just kind of built it all on a cardboard box, and I was running some tests and shit on it because I didn't want to put it all in a case with the GPU just to find out that the GPU is having the same issues because of driver issues, which my drivers right now are on the newest, I think it's the newest release, which is also the newest optional. No, it's only recommended. So if I hit recommended, technically I'm on 20.4.1 for the Radeon software versions, and then that was released April Fool's Day, which, oh god, I hate April Fool's Day right now. But there is a new update. It's an optional update, and that's 20.4.2, but I'm not going to update to it right now because I don't need to, because my computer's stable and just fine. And it looks like it's only a small update to begin with. But yeah, I've been running pretty much no issues. I mean, if I bring up my system statistics and stuff, yes, my GPU memory clock is still sitting at 1750 megahertz, which isn't, it was the same thing as before, but now I'm currently running 3 monitors, well, 2 monitors and my TV on all at the same time doing shit. So I got a 27-inch with 75 hertz going, my 24-inch Asus monitor that's doing 144 right now at 1080p, and then I have one doing 4K 60 at the moment, and all of it's running fine, no flickering, no nothing, so it's been pretty good. I'm actually really glad that I decided to RMA the card, and I think if anyone else is having similar issues to what I've been having in previous videos, I would 100% recommend that you guys try to RMA your cards. If you are still within your warranty, or even if you're not, I'd try to contact them and say that you've been having these issues, maybe attach clips or something that you may have posted, or pictures and stuff from around the time it started. I honestly should have RMA'd the card months ago. I probably would have had a lot less headache. I should have RMA'd it before I ever water cooled it, but I didn't want to go through the hassle for them just to send it back and have it just be, oh, your card's just fine, it just runs a little hot because it's a reference card, which, yeah, I get that. This one still runs a little hot, but it's not nearly as hot, and that's the issue that I was having. Like right now, it's been on for a little while, and current temp is 45°C, and the junction temp is 46C. Like, that's really close, and that's nice. The junction temp does go a bit ahead, like still quite a bit ahead in comparison to the current temp, but not nearly as far ahead as before, because I was running into issues where my CPU temp, before I water cooled it, my CPU temp was like 60, and then the junction temp was like 90, and then my memory temps were all fucking 70 to 90 as well, and it was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this? But honestly, I think that's going to do it for this update. I might record another video, do some other stuff, but until then, guys, see you next time.